Germany is renowned globally for its engineering prowess and a deeply ingrained culture of efficiency. From its precision automobiles to its intricate manufacturing, the nation often sets a benchmark for quality and timely execution. Yet, a puzzling paradox emerges when examining Germany's public infrastructure projects. Many are plagued by exorbitant costs, significant delays, and frequent budget overruns. This reality stands in stark contrast to the country's meticulous reputation. This exploration aims to uncover the complex reasons behind this phenomenon. We will delve into the underlying systemic issues and their tangible impact on daily life. Our focus will be on both visible and invisible costs, the inherent trade-offs, and the long-term implications for German society and its economy. An intricate web of bureaucracy and planning regulations stands as a primary driver of these elevated costs. The German planning process is notoriously complex, demanding extensive documentation and multi-stage approvals. This involves numerous federal, state, and local stakeholders, each with their own requirements and oversight. Project initiation often requires years, sometimes even decades, of preparation before construction can even begin. Environmental impact assessments are particularly thorough and mandatory for almost all major projects. This meticulous approach aims to ensure quality, sustainability, and public acceptance, but significantly extends timelines. The cumulative effect of these lengthy processes and detailed studies inevitably inflates project expenses dramatically. Germany's strong labor laws and high wages contribute substantially to infrastructure costs. The nation prioritizes worker safety and fair compensation, reflecting a high standard of living and robust social protections. This commitment extends to significant investment in comprehensive training programs. These programs cultivate a highly skilled workforce, crucial for constructing and maintaining complex infrastructure to exacting standards. While these factors are essential for quality and safety, they undeniably increase the overall price tag of construction projects. The cost of labor is among the highest in Europe. Stringent environmental regulations are another significant factor pushing costs upward. Germany's commitment to ecological protection means projects must minimize their environmental footprint. This often necessitates costly mitigation measures, such as extensive noise reduction barriers along new highways or rail lines. Projects frequently include provisions for habitat preservation, including relocating endangered species, and extensive ecological monitoring. Adhering to these rigorous standards ensures environmental integrity, but adds considerable expense and complexity to every stage of development. The financial burden of these protective measures is substantial. Germany's deep-seated commitment to quality and durability significantly influences material costs. Construction projects routinely specify premium materials and advanced construction techniques. The focus is on longevity, ensuring infrastructure endures for decades with minimal degradation. This emphasis on a long lifespan often increases upfront costs compared to projects that might opt for less expensive alternatives. The selection of high-grade, often locally sourced materials adds to the overall expense. Furthermore, a cultural expectation of meticulous craftsmanship contributes to higher labor and material costs. Public participation and the potential for legal challenges further complicate and inflate project costs. Citizens and environmental groups are afforded extensive rights to voice concerns and objections during planning phases. These engagements, while democratic, can often lead to lengthy consultations and redesigns. There is a significant potential for projects to be halted or significantly delayed through legal action. Such interventions, even if ultimately unsuccessful, lead to considerable delays, necessitate further redesigns, and increase administrative and legal expenses. The cumulative impact of these processes can be devastating for a project's budget. The structure of the German Mittelstand within supply chains also impacts project costs. The economy is characterized by the dominance of small and medium-sized enterprises. These companies are often highly specialized, efficient in their niche, and technologically advanced. However, reliance on these specialized firms can lead to fragmented supply chains rather than integrated, large-scale general contractors. This fragmentation can result in higher overall project management costs, as numerous smaller contracts need coordination. While ensuring high-quality specialized work, this structure can reduce economies of scale. Ultimately, it affects the overall cost of large-scale infrastructure projects. Germany's approach to infrastructure often prioritizes long-term maintenance from the outset. A significant focus is placed on life cycle considerations during planning and construction. The goal is to extend infrastructure lifespan and minimize future repair expenses. This proactive stance, often overlooked in direct cost comparisons, factors in anticipated upkeep. While initially adding to project outlays, this long-term perspective aims to deliver greater value over the decades. It ultimately reduces the total cost of ownership by delaying or reducing the need for costly, extensive renovations or replacements. The sunk cost fallacy also influences project decisions and overall expenditures. There is a tendency to continue projects despite escalating costs after significant initial investments have been made. This occurs due to the psychological reluctance to abandon funds already committed. This adherence to failing projects, driven by past expenditures, leads to further financial burdens and delays. It often compounds problems rather than solving them efficiently. Effective project management is crucial to mitigate these risks by establishing clear cutoff points and reevaluating viability regularly. The high costs associated with German infrastructure ultimately affect its citizens. These expenses are typically funded through public means, leading to higher taxes or increased user fees for services. This can place a tangible financial burden on households and businesses alike. The extensive planning and legal challenges inherent in the process also result in a slower pace of infrastructure development. This can impact economic growth by delaying crucial upgrades and expansion. It can also degrade the quality of life for citizens through prolonged construction sites and outdated facilities. There is often an illusion of efficiency surrounding German infrastructure, which can be misleading. While the end product is frequently of exceptionally high quality, the process to achieve it is not always streamlined. The meticulous planning and numerous regulatory hurdles, while ensuring robustness, are inherently time-consuming and expensive. The perception of German efficiency can mask these underlying complexities and inefficiencies in project delivery. This can lead to a misunderstanding when considering the overall cost and timeline for infrastructure development. The notion of efficiency needs to be carefully contextualized. The high cost of Germany's infrastructure is a complex interplay of numerous factors, not a simple failing. It reflects the nation's stringent regulations, its commitment to high labor standards, and an unwavering dedication to quality. These expenses embody a societal value placed on safety, comprehensive environmental protection, and long-term durability. This approach prioritizes enduring, reliable infrastructure over quick, cheap solutions. It raises a fundamental question for policymakers and the public alike. What is the acceptable price for lasting, high-quality infrastructure? Furthermore, what trade-offs are we willing to make between cost, speed, and these deeply held societal values? The answers will shape Germany's future development